All right, I'm sitting on a CR800 made by Spirit. I'm not going to take up a lot of your time, but I'll do it. This is, you know, a review slash tell you about a product segment. This is a great bike, and one of the things that I pointed out on a recent segment by Spirit, this bike is rated light commercial, which means put it in a condominium, put it in a corporate fitness center, put it in an apartment complex. It's not for a dues-paying club. But if you compare the specs on this bike to anybody else's full commercial bike, it's the same specs. It's the same bike. So it's just a really strong bike. So when I said all of that to you. This retails for $24.99. We discount it below that. Like I said, now I'm going to point out some of the features that you may or may not like. We also carry on the floor right now, which is very unusual. We have an XBR 95, which is, you can go Google. I've got a segment on that already. It's a great bike. What are the differences? This is a little more expensive than that. It's a little bit heavier built. My personal opinion is it's crazy, crazy, crazy comfortable. I love the seats. Now these seats, as you can see, are kind of solid Corinthian leather, if you will. They have Corinthian leather? No? Okay. Well, they've got some kind of vinyl that feels really good, and the shape of them feels perfect. And this bike, the XBR 95, has the mesh. Mesh has got very popular with a lot of bikes. That's why I'm showing you the difference. It's super, super quiet. I'm going to show somebody doing it while I'm talking, but that's it with the mic on, and it's so quiet. It's got a great little fan built in that you can have, and that was the fan on, by the way. That's the fan on. You're generating the power. That's really cool because it doesn't have to plug in, and that means it's never going to get struck by lightning. That means you can put it anywhere in your house. That's cool. A lot of people don't think about that. That's very cool. It's got all the programs you could ever want. I'm not a big program guy, but it's got them. It's got a heart rate. I think it comes with a heart rate strap. Also has them on the handlebars. Everything's very convenient. You got a place to put your tablet while you're watching TV or whatever. So I want to show you that quietness of that. That's really cool. I'm going to scroll the other specs. The main thing that I want to tell you the difference is, besides the quiet and smoothness, is I wanted to tell you that the seat, besides being solid, it does not adjust angle-wise like this bike does. That may bother you, it may not. Me personally, the way this is designed, I don't know if you can tell it on the way I'm sitting, it is the perfect angle. Okay, so that's the perfect angle anyway, so I don't need to adjust it. It does adjust forward and back, very perfect, like lots of little increments to get just the, and if you've got knee problems, that's important. And who doesn't have knee problems, you know, over 40? So why do I like recumbent bikes? I'm a big fan of, now I do like the Airdyne. It's got the upper body factor, and I've talked about that on the show. But my favorite bike will always be a recumbent bike. One of the first products we ever sold was a product called PTS Turbo recumbent bikes. I think they may have invented the genre recumbent bikes. But the Orthopedic Association, the Chiropractic Association endorsed it because of the support for your back. It's also better on your rear end and your happy place if you're a man. So those are just some of the things. I really like recumbent bikes. It's also, you can watch TV, and it's really good to sit there and spin and get your heart rate up and just burn some calories. It's also so comfortable that you could sit and do this instead of just sitting in your recliner and watching TV. Because a lot of times, like me, who works out in a gym, if I was going to put a piece in my house, it'd probably be this in front of the TV, and I could get my lazy butt to get out of the recliner and get into the bike. You know what I'm saying? The idea of me getting out of a recliner and getting onto an elliptical or a climber or treadmill, that's just not happening because Jason Green doesn't want to do that. He really don't want to do this either, but you might get me on this. Do you see? Does that make sense to you? We used to have one in our den, and my son was about, I don't know if he was 12, 13, whatever he was, but he would come in the den and he would sit on that piece of equipment and ride it while he watched TV because it was there. So that's one of those pieces. A lot of times you've got equipment in your home and you're just laying clothes over it because you're not using it. This, if you'll put it in a den or put it near the main TV, not the extra TV, the main TV, if you sit there and look at it, you never know, you might just get off your butt and do something. That's my take on recumbent bikes, but they're also really good for your back. So the main difference between this bike and the little less expensive XBR95, this does not have a mesh seat, and the seat does not adjust in this dimension. Now, why would that be a positive thing? Because if you have an apartment complex or a condominium, which is what this piece is made for, it's very heavy duty, people cannot tear up the bike as easy. Because you people that are running condos and apartment complexes, you know what I just said, and the rest of you, that wasn't for you. So that's what that is. That is the CR800 by Spirit. Love it.